And it goes a little something like
welcome back to my channel, Little Mama Plays. Thank you so much for tuning in to another video. You know, I always tell you guys, I can't thank you enough for all the love and all the support you guys give. But if you're not a subscriber of the channel yet, hit that subscribe button. It's free for you. It'll help our channel grow, and I would absolutely love to have you join the Little Mama community. Not to mention, we are gonna have a Halo giveaway when the channel reaches 10K subscribers. So guys, in today's video, we are going to be talking about the code of conduct that has been out in Royale High for a while now. Now, I'm a neutral bystander on this. I'm not saying yay or nay or why or what. This channel has always been about facts. Anytime I spill dev tea, I always show dev proofs of that tea, you know, so it's not really a conspiracy kind of theory channel. Now, I do share my theories with you guys, and I make sure to be very clear that it's a Little Mama theory, but most of my content is backed up by actual facts and dev's proof. And then I make little fun videos every now and then for you guys to enjoy, watching me win badges, dress hacks, you know, anything else. But the channel's main base is facts only. So I don't get involved really in opinions, and I don't get involved in the politics and things going on outside of the game. Now, that doesn't mean that I disagree with the opinions outside of the game, or I do agree with the opinions outside of the game. That just means that's not what this channel is about. So I try to keep my content the same, just like I run my channel the same. I have rules on the channel, and I expect them to be followed. If they're not followed, then I simply ban you from the channel and you can't comment, which means you can't be in the giveaways or any of the fun stuff we do here. Now, that doesn't mean I'm trying to silence you or tell you what to do. That just means that's not what this channel's about. I'm creating a kind, safe environment, and that means that we talk about the game and stuff like that. We don't go outside, we don't get in arguments about opinions, we just chill here. This is a chill vibe channel, so if you want to become a member or subscribe, hey, this is the place for you if you want some dev-proof tea and a chill environment. I've always said my channel is not about numbers. My channel is about the people and the environment and creating a kind community. And trust me, Royale High needs a community like this right now. And this place right here, you found it. So I hope you decide to subscribe and join the community we're creating here. Just be sure to stop by the About section and take a quick peek at the rules, because for real, I don't want to ban anybody. I just want you guys to enjoy the game and enjoy the content and chill. So, normally I don't even make videos like this addressing anything going on in the community, because again, that's outside of the game, that's not something inside the game, and that's just not the content I want to do. But there have been tons of YouTube videos made on influencer badges being removed, and we're not going to talk about that as far as going into details, because trust me, there's plenty of videos. You can go search and find that yourself. This is not about taking sides. I'm not on anybody's sides. Again, this channel's just about facts. So Royale High did recently make an announcement saying that they were sorry for anyone who was hurt by the recent decisions that were made from the social media team. And to basically sum it up, they are going to rehire and start over with a brand new social media team. They are also going to be changing or adjusting, making new rules of the code of conduct for badge holders or influencers in Royale High. I really hope that this new code of conduct is something that is in the middle for both parties to be able to agree on the terms of being an influencer for the game. Contracts, partnerships, they're not something, you know, that's new, you know, in Royale High. It's everywhere. There's tons of companies that use code of conduct / partnerships / agreements, and if you don't agree with those terms of service, then of course you do not accept that partnership. You can try to speak with them and adjust the terms of service, which it looks like that's what's going on in Royale High right now. But if it's a bigger company like YouTube or something like that, there is no discussing the terms of service. That's the agreement, and if you don't agree, then you can't join the program. That's just how it works with like bigger branded companies like YouTube. As I said, when I got offered to be in the partner program, I had to accept the terms of service, and if I didn't accept them or didn't agree with them, I did have the choice to keep running the channel. It just could not be monetized. So I think that might be where Royale High was moving forward to. They're trying to move forward into branded content, and the code of conduct was made, last year I think, or a few years ago. But now that they're moving into branded content, maybe they're trying to really enforce the code of conduct. So I am glad they're rewriting it or putting some new rules for creators to go by, because I do think it was a little excessive of who you could follow and things like that. Now, I haven't seen any messages like with proof that they have done that. So again, this channel is about facts, so I'm not going to say that's true or not true. And again, I just want to spread the information to you guys that I do know is factual. So let's go ahead and get straight into the video. We're going to talk about some things you may have forgotten about Barbie, about why phases, new things have not released in Royale High yet. We're also going to talk about the community not being heard, and also address that maybe, just maybe, you guys are being heard. Now let's go ahead and jump straight into the video, and first let's cover branded content, because as I said, I think that's where Royale High is moving forward. They have partnered with someone on some new toys, and therefore they are moving towards branded content. So this right here, I don't know if it is or not, but I do know that branded content and partnerships don't happen overnight. It took me a year to make the YouTube Partner Program through hard work and beautiful subscribers like yourself supporting my videos. So thank you for helping me make the YouTube Partner Program. I can't thank you guys enough. But when I did make the YouTube Partner Program, I did have to read over the YouTube Terms of Service / you could call it Code of Conduct. If I break YouTube's Terms of Service, Code of Conduct, guess what happens to me? I get kicked out of the YouTube Partner Program because I have to follow their guidelines. Now, if I read over the Code of Conduct and I didn't agree with it or didn't like it, you know what that meant for me? I had an option to not participate in the YouTube program and continue my channel regularly without being a partner. So, now let's get back to the fact of Royale High. Royale High has joined with a toy company. They are branding and branching out to start making tons of Royale High merchandise. So, kind of a what? A partnership. And when a partnership happens, sometimes we create a agreement or code of conduct. Now, there were many theories of why the code of conduct was created back when it was created. I don't know why, and we don't know if the theories are true of why. All I do know is, if Royale High was branding with someone, then obviously they would know way before we did, and they would also implement an agreement / code of conduct for badge holders to let them know what is expected, just like YouTube, what they expect from me before the partnerships moves forward. Now, I'm not saying that's why the code of conduct was created. I don't know. I'm just saying it makes sense with tons of businesses, just like YouTube, to create a partnership agreement with people to know what is expected from you to be inside of the partner program. So let me show you guys some examples just to kind of educate you on partnerships in case you decide that you want to try to be a Royale High influencer one day or whatever. Why is a contract code of conduct needed in branding partnerships? So let's take a look at what I found on Google about branding and partnerships. Let's go to the internet. So it says a brand ambassador contract is important because it establishes a clear agreement between the brand and the ambassador regarding their roles, responsibilities, and compensation. In Royale High's part, I would say the compensation is the badge in game, but I don't know. I'm not a part of that program, so I don't know and I can't speak on that. It ensures that both parties are on the same page and prevents any misunderstandings or disputes in the future. It goes on to say the contract also protects the brands by outlining the expectations and standards the ambassadors, which I would assume badge holders, must meet while representing the brand. It provides legal recourse if the ambassador fails to fulfill their obligations or engages in actions that could harm the brand's reputation. So I would say it's basically, obviously Royale High is not doing legal action to nobody, but basically if you fail to fulfill the obligations, then you would lose your badge in Royale High. Now, I'm not stating any of these branded contracts, or whatever are right or wrong, because they can kind of put whatever they want in them, and if you don't agree, then you don't have to be in the program. I'm just trying to educate you guys moving forward what Rawhide does expect from badge holders. But let's dive a little deeper. Let's look at something else that I found. There was a case study. Now, this is not Rawhide. This is just examples. Brand ambassador contract with an influencer. The second case involves an influencer contract on social media platforms. Influencers are everyday personalities who have a big, large following on digital platforms because of their niche, interest, or appealing lifestyles. Take the case of Daniel Wellington, a popular wristwatch brand. The brand was leveraged the power of influencers by providing them with a unique promotional code to share with their followers. So if you base that kind of raw high, then obviously that would be the badge they're able to give out in-game to their followers or subscribers. Anyways, moving on. The contract stipulates the influencer's obligation to post regularly about their wristwatches, detailing specific requirements like tags, hashtags, and image quality? So they could even tell them that their image quality wasn't high or good enough? Okay, anyways, this approach has not only broadened Daniel Wellington's visibility, but also provides measurable and trackable results through the use of promo codes. So I guess if we look at the promo codes as far as like the badges in Royal High, that means, you know, your views would go up, your Twitch streams would get bigger because people would be trying to join to get your badge that Royal High provides. I still think the image part where they could say the image quality isn't good enough, like that's a little excessive. But anyways, it's the agreement. Same with Royal High, you have to follow the code of conduct. So moving forward, it looks like Royal High becoming more of a branded content is going to start taking the code of conduct a lot more seriously. And if you're an upcoming influencer, well, you have to follow the code of conduct. Now, if you're looking to just be, you know, a Royal High YouTuber without an influencer badge, you know, and you just want the freedom to speak and do as you please, then obviously you're more than welcome to do that. But Royal High is just saying if they are going to give you a badge in the game, they want you to represent it positively. No negative comments, no negative videos, no anything that could make the brand, as you've seen in those examples, look bad or harm the brand that they are trying to create. Now again, I'm not agreeing or disagreeing that Royal High needs to change anything. I'm not saying there's things that don't need to be improved inside the game, nor that they should not take the community into consideration. I'm just simply educating you on what they expect moving forward. And I also want to remind you guys, since we are talking about things that do need to change, there are some things that need to be changed in Royal High. There are more representation that needs to happen. We all want plus size sets, you know, different things of that nature, and we do want more communication. But I want to remind you that maybe, just maybe, Royal High is listening to all of this. They're just not able to discuss it at this point. Just like how I spoke about earlier, partnerships do not happen overnight. And so they probably have known about this toy partnership for a while. So I don't know, but the code of conduct could have been a step in the direction knowing that they were headed to a more branded content and partnership game in the future. And as far as them listening to the community, as far as what we need or want in the game, plus size sets, more representation, they may, just may have been listening to us and unable to implement it right now. Don't forget, Barbie was a noob developer. You heard me. Barbie was a noob. You don't believe me? Take a look at this clip from one of my previous videos. You're thinking, how can they be new developers, but yet Royal High is such amazing with such talent? Well, I'm telling you, they were. Royal High was never supposed to be one of the top games on the platform, and it happened. So it just means even more that Barbie has got all this work done, learned so much so fast, and got the new school out the way she did. 3 years really doesn't seem that long when you think about it that way. What would you do if you were just playing around in Roblox Studio, didn't even know what you were doing, and the game blew up? It would be pretty scary, right? But Barbie put in the hard and extra work to become an amazing game and get everything out quickly as possible. Not to mention the amazing talent and work. If you don't believe me, take a look at this footage from Lance talking about it.
This was honestly really, really crazy to tackle such a giant project all in one day. Fantasia and Enchantix heavily use toolbox assets. We're removing Enchantix and Fantasia. We'll be removing them when the new school comes out. They used a ton of free models. We were total new builders at the time. Like, we had just started messing around in Roblox Studio and just pulling stuff from the toolbox and going crazy with all the random sounds. It was never really meant to even be a big thing or a game. It was just a passion project where you're grabbing things from the toolbox and dragging it in and making something like Sims, right? It wasn't game developing so much. We were total new builders at the time. It was never really meant to even be a big thing or a game. And now we're past that and we're like, yeah, a lot of things in the toolbox are inefficient, or the person who even uploaded them may not have owned the original copyright and stuff like that. All those different reasons. Going forward, we've made a point to fully make everything from scratch that ever goes into the game.
So guys, as you see, Barbie was a complete noob developer and Royale High just blew up on her. That is the most scariest thing, to have a game blow up and the community have so many different amazing, wonderful ideas, and you have no idea how to create or implement them. You've just got to start hiring people, looking for people that know how to do it, and learn yourself. And I think Barbie has came a very long way from Fantasia and Enchantix High. This new school is absolutely beautiful. I made a video about 3 or 4 weeks ago letting you know that there was a huge bug where mobile players, iPad players could not even open Royale High without the game crashing. ICE has actively been working on the problem to get it fixed, and a lot of players are able to actually play Royale High again. If you missed that video, you can go back and see it. But as you've seen from the update log, tons of bugs, memory issues have been fixed to where most players on mobile are now able to play better, and it's still actively being worked on. But could you imagine having where no one could even get in the game on mobile, but yet you also have phases you want to work on and all these new ideas, but you want your players to be able to play before you can get that stuff in the game, right? It was already confirmed by Pure Sweetener that they didn't like the masculine version either that was in Royale High right now, but there is an active scaling system being worked on. They are working on a scaling system, and so there will be a way to make things better on that note. So that's one thing the community has voiced that Royale High has heard. It's just a matter of getting the bugs squashed that are going on now before new phases can release, new items, you know, the new scaling system. It just takes time. And remember, Barbie was brand new at this when it blew up. Now, I will say one opinion in this video, and that is that I am very sad that some of the badge holders have been removed from the program, and I really hope they do apply in the future. Royale High did release a statement that they don't remove badges until the people have been warned or messaged privately about the situation a few times. I mean, kind of like if I break my YouTube partnership agreement. They're gonna warn me a few times before they remove me from the program. And I'm not saying, again, that the code of conduct is right or wrong. I'm just trying to educate you guys on facts with business. And sometimes those businesses may not always have an agreement that we agree with. Kind of like that watch brand example, where in the agreement it was like, we control the image quality. If we don't like your video, then we can just tell you, take it down, bye. We don't want to see that footage anymore. See you later. I mean, that's a little hardcore, but it was a part of that brand's particular agreement. So guys, I do want to say that it is very, very, very sad that some of the Royale High influencers have lost their badges. They have been such a big part of this community, and I know it breaks so many of our hearts because you guys have been a strong supporter. But listen, badge or no badge, that does not make a content creator who they are. So no matter what content these creators move forward doing, you need to show your support 100% and watch their content because you watch them for them, not what game they're playing. You should support a content creator because of who they are, not which game they are playing. I mean, yes, of course, you prefer to see some of your favorite games, but after a while of being subscribed on a channel, you should have kind of bonded with the creator enough that it doesn't matter what they play, you enjoy them for them. I also hope to see some of these creators return. I know Cybernova has recently returned, and I was super, super excited. But listen, guys, we do have to understand that people have to stand up for what they believe is right. If they don't think the code of conduct / agreement of the partnership is right for them in their channel, then they do have a right to not be a part of that program. And it's something we should respect. Moving forward, Royale High has also announced that they will be moving to Instagram Threads to be exact. This is where they now will have badge applications, design and pattern applications. Any applications that were priorly used on Twitter, story contests, and more will now be over on Instagram Threads. This is due to the fact that Twitter has a lot, and I mean a lot, of access to inappropriate content. Yes, I agree that children should not be on Twitter, but a lot of kids are excited to try to get their patterns in game and more, and I could see why they would go on Twitter because that's the only place they had to do it. Now, there are other, opinions in the community of why they moved over to Threads, which again, my channel is about facts, not about opinions and things of that nature, so I just spread the news that is factual. And the fact is they have moved to Threads for whatever reason. I admit I was sad that they moved to Threads because of the fact I had made such a, little community over there on Twitter, and I do plan on staying active over there as well. But I also do understand that over on Instagram, not a lot of people use it, so there's probably not going to be, a lot of inappropriate content. Toxicity, however, will follow you on whatever platform you choose to use. I mean, that's just part of that's just the internet. But regardless, if you would like to submit your Royal High designs, patterns, hairstyles, and creations, badge applications, story contests, and more, Instagram Threads is where that will be possible. I hope this video was able to educate you guys a little bit more about partnerships, contracts, code of conduct, and how those things work with some businesses. And they are able to put in those whatever they choose. Sometimes it may not be something we agree with, sometimes it is. Regardless, it is their policy. Now, that always doesn't mean that's the right policy, and it doesn't mean it's a wrong policy. We all just have to make the best decisions that we can going forward in what we choose with our future. One thing I hope happens with any community is that there is more respect, more kindness, more understanding, and more patience. The only way this can happen is starting with you, starting with me. We have to take a stand as well and do the right things, react the right way, and I just think we really need to take a look in the mirror and see if we are representing what we want to put out in the world. I know for me, I want to put out kindness, positivity, understanding, patience, and love. And I hope I've been doing that with you guys throughout these years on the channel, and I can't thank you enough for supporting me. I also hope that this video helped you feel more heard as a community. I hope some of the points I made as far as Barbie being a new dev, some of the points I made about a scaling system coming, those things, I hope you know that you are being heard as a community. Some of these things are actively being worked on. Now, as far as them getting put in right this second, I don't know. I'm not on the dev team. I don't know what all is going on, but I do know, as I said in the video, that there are some bugs going on right now, and they do have to be first before any other things get added in the game. And I do know that Barbie was a brand new developer. I can't imagine what I would do if I just started developing a game and it blew up on me. I would have no idea where to go or what to do. And I can't imagine what my stress level would be in moments where I'm like, oh my gosh, the game's getting big. Oh my god, I gotta learn how to do this. I gotta learn how to do this. I gotta hire this. I can't understand. I'm very proud of Barbie for the progress that has been made on the game, but I also understand where you guys are coming from as well. You're ready for new phases. You're ready for new sets. You're ready for new representation. I understand everything and the stress you guys are talking about as well, and it is just as valid. All I'm saying is change needs to start everywhere. Yes, there are changes that need to be made in Royal High, but you know what? There are some changes we need to make as well inside ourselves. I mean, to be honest, we all could do better. Every day, we can strive to be a better community. Not just the team, not just Royal High, us as a community as well. Now, if you're one of them people that say, I don't need to do anything better, then I don't know, maybe this channel's not for you, because I think daily we can all strive to be better than we were yesterday. So between the Royal High team and us as a community, maybe, just maybe, moving forward in the future, things could be better for Royal High. They did announce that their change won't be for at least another week to announce what's changing, because they do have to rehire, as I said earlier in the video, their entire social media team staff. They're going to do a complete sweep and start over from what their announcement said, and from moving forward, they're going to try to do better, as we need to try to do as well as a community. They need to change some things, as well as we need to change how we handle some things. Hopefully, with this new change in the Royal High team, as well as the rules being adjusted on the code of conduct, hopefully some of the Royal High influencers will return to the game. Thank you so much for tuning in to another video and all the support. I don't know how long it'll be before I upload another video. I will try to keep my once a week thing for you guys. But I am a real live mama, and my daughter's identity really was stolen lately. If you were subscribed to the channel, you would have seen my community post, so I am under a lot of stress right now trying to get this figured out. So I'll do my best to get a video up again soon. But I need you guys to understand, this is a lot bigger than Royale High. Thank you so much for tuning in to another video, and I'll see you next time for more tips, tricks, and that Southern sweet tea with Little Mama Plays. Bye!
Yeah.